When people picture the Wild West, they think of rugged individualism, which refers to the idea that each individual has the chance to be free from government loans or actions and has the chance to provide solely for themselves. An example on how the people of the Wild West were not rugged individualists can be seen through the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad. Those of the West enslaved the Chinese and forced them to build railroads. The Chinese were not only put into forced labor groups, they were also discriminated against. They had the hardest jobs and were paid the least. The Transcontinental Railroad started in Sacramento and went all the way to Omaha, Nebraska. The new railroad system made transportation more efficient and at the same time made life extremely difficult for others, such as the Indians, whose land the railroad ran through. The railroads negatively affected the Indians in many ways. The railroads pushed away the buffalo, which the Indians relied solely and greatly upon for food and clothing. Another example of how those in the West were not rugged individualists was the practice of gold mining. The African Americans were first forced to work days, weeks, or even months at a time without breaks. The conditions were awful, and the only food they had were often those packed in a can, which the government provided. The government provided the land and much of the money for these projects. This is why the idea of rugged individualism in the West is a myth.